Hi everybody, May 24th, video 5, and I think this one will be of particular interest to you as it shows you the settings panel for DesignStudio. I'm going to try and explain the concept behind why we call DesignStudio a design framework. The basic premise of it is that on the one hand, DesignStudio is a design set, which includes all the common blocks and elements and sections that you might want to use in your website. But how those blocks and sections are created depend on other features of the plugin, such as metadata that you will create in your ACF options page, such as variables which you will create, colors, styles, borders, and so on and so forth. Everything is interrelated. So if you were getting straight into it, here we see the list away settings panel, and in business information, we can add all the information about our business, or of course our client's business, basic information, location information, contacts, social, legal, and so on. When you've input that data is now being called into our designs. So maybe you have a footer, which requires printing out the social links to the client, or the phone numbers, or the copyright notice at the bottom of the page. You enter them once, and the designs within the design sets inherit those values as you go along. Equally, the colors, these are variables set by the plugin, which we're using for coloring our main sections, the background to the site. One of the things you might notice about Listaway, if you have a large monitor, looking it up at sort of 2000 pixels plus, and you'll see that the site is ready to be boxed, which I think is a very nice style in a lot of cases, because it means sections don't have to expand the full width, which can be not very nice, basically, when you've put nice images in and suddenly someone's viewing them on 2500 pixels of screen. They can stretch and lose all context and lose all meaning. So DesignStudio comes ready to box, meaning you can restrict the actual width of the main content of your site. Site colors, we've simplified the colors down to a simple A1, A3, A5 type of thing. There are classes corresponding to these. So CA5 would color something with the variable associated with the A5 setting. Notification colors for danger, warning, success, and so on. Typography. Now, I'm not a great believer in fluid typography. We can debate this one for a long time, but I believe fluid typography is a little bit insipid when it comes to designing for specific screen sizes, or more importantly, specific use cases, let's say. So we never design exclusively for the iPad, but we do know that the iPad represents two very important breakpoints, 768 and 1024. So you can use fluid fonts on a DesignStudio site if you like. There's 1,000 different ways. If you don't want to use fluid fonts, then use the typography settings, where you get to choose size, weight, spacing, line height across 6 different breakpoints for the 6 main H tags. I personally think it's a far superior way of doing things. I know fluid typography is simple, but is it actually on the money? Is it actually doing what it should be doing? I don't think so. I won't stay on that one for too long. Framework. So you can imagine framework relates to spacing and padding and margins and all that kind of stuff. Main box width, max box width, max container width, modals. Now these are R modals, not oxygen modals. Containers, columns, banners, top bar and bottom bar. That's just a little thing we've done to help you define perhaps the height of your header bar at the top, and how you might want to change it across different sizes. And then you might have a corresponding bottom bar. Facet WP, the speed at which Facet WP animates as it fades out and fades in new content. The rate of that should change over different viewport sizes, in our opinion. So we've implemented this. Same for animations. Radius, border styles, box shadows. they're all really relating to utility classes, which will be further explained in the docs. But you know, you can set your box shadow styles and use them very easily across your site. And of course, the design sets will come preloaded with many of these. So either remove the class or alter the style to your liking. Post management, now we're getting into the feature set of DesignStudio. Which post types are participating in the system. More about that later, I guess. Firebase sync for supported post types. Which post types can have a chat inbox, basically, is that. Your user profile, do we automatically create one for you? Do we automatically set the title of it to whatever name you registered on the site with? Do we give your profile a default category, a default subscription package? Do we hide it if it expires? Chat settings, you can define which user is going to send a message to new users. Many of you who have registered on the site will have already received this message from me. It says, you know, hi, thanks for joining if you have any questions. So it's a greeting message sent by one user to all new users. Chat configuration, that is a complex piece of the puzzle. More on that later. Going back to chat settings. Do we send out notifications for unread messages? Who sends them? What is the message? Some of you may have even received messages already. Chat configuration, as we said, is for another day. Miscellaneous, the marker on the map. When you auto-locate yourself, you also want to see where you are on the map. This just lets you define how big that marker should be. The mini cart, would you like to show an Oxygen template in the mini cart if it either has items in it or does not have items in it? The invitation system, it requires explaining in another video, but in short, it is a system for only permitting access to posts if they've received an invitation to view the post. Videos, we integrate with Cloudinary, so you can upload your videos from your phone. You know, if you want to put a video on top of a profile for maybe a restaurant or something, you don't have to go ahead and create a YouTube video or YouTube channel and then upload a video. Just take it on your phone, upload it. It goes up to Cloudinary and you're in business. So that's the settings panel. We're adding to it all the time. There must be dozens of things that we haven't thought to put in yet. Can't wait to hear what you guys think we should put in. It's going to be very, very easy to do. That's what you will be faced with when you buy DesignStudio. So it is a CSS framework. It is a design framework with regards to spacing and margins and so on. If you want to use another framework that may have more features in the interim, if we don't have those features yet, for example, you can just use the values from that alternative source within this panel here, and you'll be able to avail of those. So there's a lot more to tell, I'm sure. Many things I've forgotten to explain, but I just wanted to show you the inside. This is how it looks. It's dead simple. It's probably getting closer to what a WordPress theme would normally look like. So we're creating this kind of hybrid product that marries the best of what a theme does, the best of what a CSS framework does, the best of what Oxygen does. Everything we do, we try and do to work with Oxygen, not against it. We don't like not using Oxygen features. We like to use them wherever possible. And this DesignStudio framework does that. So there you go, video 5, another 10 minutes gone. I always try and make these videos 3 minutes, but it never works. Please let me know if it all makes sense to you and if you have any questions. Okay, thank you. Bye for now.